Verse 747. When one thus knows what are the characteristics of attached and attaching by the analysis of the Skandhas, there arises the knowledge of the principle. The principle was mentioned a couple of verses ago, and I described it then as the principle of self-enquiry. And I described this analysis of the Skandhas in video 211. Video 211 is entitled The Practice of the Skandhas, and I go into this practice in quite some detail. And the practice ends in liberation. That's all enlightenment practice does. It takes us from an analysis of our understanding of the current situation to realization of the truth of our immediate situation. So the principle here can be understood as liberation. If you haven't heard video 211, or if you've forgotten it, I think it's worth hearing again, and you can find it in the link in the notes below the video. The link takes you directly to Video Index, or you can find it through my website. So when we know the characteristics of attached and attaching, it's easy just to assume we know what this means. Attached and attaching is of some form of desire, and we all know desire is not a good thing if you're into the spiritual life. But it's far more fundamental than this. Attached and attaching is going on right now. It refers to the behavior of consciousness as it's manifest in the behavior of the attention. It's the attention which attaches onto something. And then gives it identity. This is attached and attaching. It's actually the process of discrimination. Now, let's put this into practice. You are listening to this video. Well, that's one way of describing it. If you're an enlightenment practitioner, then at some point, hopefully, you'll ignore what I'm saying and come back to realization of the nature of the awareness that is hearing these words. That's what the point of these words is. I'm not here to introduce you to new concepts, to new ideas. I'm here to reflect your attention back on itself. Now, if you're listening to this video with a conventional understanding, then you'll believe what I said, that you are actually hearing these words from me, that there's you over there and there's me over here, and you over there is experiencing me from over here. This is actually attached and attaching, because you're hearing these words, you're trying to understand them, you're assuming that there's a person over here, you're discriminating a person over here, known in these videos as Guru Gillis. And perhaps you're looking for greater understanding. Maybe you think Guru Gillis or some other teacher has this understanding. This is attaching. You perceive, as far as the rupas goes, this is name and form. You've discriminated a form. You give it an identity, a name, and you believe that you're perceiving this. This is another of the skandhas, perception. Name is a skandha, perception is a skandha. You'll have certain feelings about it. This is another skandha, vedana, feelings. These feelings will fit in with your own psychological profile, your own psychological tendencies, your own sensibilities. That's the samskara. Your sensibilities are your samskara. So you have a feeling about Guru Gillis or whatever it is your attention is attached and attaching to. And because you're conscious of this form, that consciousness gives it reality, gives it external reality. So the implications of attached and attaching are the 5 skandhas. And in the video I mentioned, video 211, we'll go into this in some detail, there's actually 25 skandhas. So the point here is to drop what I'm saying and turn your attention to where you're hearing it. You're not hearing it from over there, you're hearing it from right where you are. And right where you are, if you look carefully and with intuition, right where you are is your own sense of being. Although this sense of being transcends any notion of an individual. This sense of being needs to be appreciated. There are many ways we have in these verses of appreciating it. In the previous verse, it was called the Tathagata Garbha, the womb of the Tathagata. And we'll be looking at this again, appreciating it anew in the next verse, which I'll continue with in the next video.